This is not a test. This is not a test. This is not a test. I don't know if you can hear. This is not a test. This is not a test. I don't know if you can hear me.
There's two of me. Hello, there's two of me. Are we good? Are we here? Can I see you? Can you see me? Can you hear me now? Yeah, there was two of me. I couldn't find me. You couldn't find me. I didn't know where I was. Shh. The dogs didn't know where I was. Everything's unfamiliar. How's everybody? Okay, we get it. We get it. How's everybody doing? I was missing. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I thought I had scheduled myself for 8 instead of earlier. Rubber Ramada, thank you so much for saving my life. Allegedly speculating, thank you so much for saving my life. I appreciate it. Southern Cats, it's good to see you. Teresa, nice to see you as well. Hannah's here. I know, it's okay. It wasn't your fault. It was not your fault. So I told everybody the other day that I had a tooth issue, and they gave me some pretty strong medicine to go along with that. In order to get that accomplished, I had to take the medicine, and the medicine makes me sleepy. Although it shouldn't. But yeah, I thought it was scheduled at 8. You'll have to forgive me. I'm so sorry. Southern Cats is here as well. I'm sorry. Thank you for waiting on me. Teresa, nice to see you. What's everybody been up to today? Today is Thursday, February the 12th, 2026. Not Friday still. Not Friday still. What's everybody been talking about today? How is everybody doing? Abellis is here. Hi, Abellis. Nice to see you. Abellis has entered. Everybody behave. I'm exhausted. I hope your recovery is going well. I hope your recovery is going well. Abellis has entered. Behave. Let's see if I can't find something here. Put on in the background so we're not naked. There we go. Ahoy! Ahoy! So what have you been doing besides getting better? Besides Teresa's getting better, what has everybody else been doing all day? What news have you guys been following? Something's bound to have happened since I went to sleep. You know who put me to sleep? Allegedly speculating. That was hours ago. She put me right to sleep. Allegedly could tell you, Jess could tell you, I have always said she puts me straight to bed every time. I use her as an ASMR to get some sleep. You've done fuck all today. Sometimes you got to do it. There are days when you've got to do fuck all of nothing. Fuck all of nothing. Recovery as well, just slow because I want to catch up on housework. Yeah. You were at the doctor half a day, then errands. Now you're waiting for you to tell me what you did, for me to tell you what I did. I really didn't do anything, honest. I swear. He was sending you something right on Discord. Quick check, please. It's crazy. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for it. As soon as it comes through, I'll look. Hi, everyone. Sorry, my Wi-Fi went out. Hannah, it's okay. I did. I slept. I did. As soon as I get it, I'll pull it up. Ava messaged me to make sure I was okay. Allegedly trying to make sure I was okay. There it is. Oh, my. No way. No freaking way. Is that real, Abellis? Is that real? I started reading an Agatha Christie type mystery that's set in the late 1800s Poland. How fabulous is that? How fabulous is that? I took that dang dog to the vet after Jess's life. He swallowed my night. Are you serious, Southern? My heaven. Look what Abella sent me. Look at this. I know I see it. Let me turn this background music down just a little bit. It says, are you freaking serious right now? It says Trump admin drafted Epstein. Let me make it bigger so you can see this. Trump admin drafted Epstein's death notice the day before his death. What? Let's see if we can pull up that notice ourselves. What? Everybody tired of hearing about Epstein? Is everybody in the realm of Epstein tired of getting demonetized for talking about Epstein? You thought it might be a mistake? It doesn't look like it. Look, let's do this. We do it better when we read it ourselves, don't we? What? Okay. It said Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jeffrey S. Bermond said, earlier this morning, the Manhattan Correctional Center confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein, who faced charges brought by this office of engaging in the sex trafficking of minors, had been found unresponsive in his cell and pronounced dead shortly thereafter. Today's events are disturbing, and we are deeply aware of their potential to present yet another hurdle to giving Epstein's many victims their day in court. To those brave young women who have already come forward, and to the many others who have yet to do so, let me reiterate that we remain committed to standing for you and our investigation of the conduct charged in the indictment, which included a conspiracy count, remains ongoing. We continue to urge anyone who feels they may be a victim, etc., etc. Okay. But the thing that is the most damaging is here. What did they get? What did they get? Come here, allegedly. Come tell me. Who did they get? The most damaging in that was the date. Oh, okay. God, you scared me. I was like, oh my God, they got who? They got who? Girl, you got me going and looking in places I shouldn't, in places I wouldn't normally be. Look at me. Look at me over here in JLR's chat, thinking that they got somebody. You scared the shit out of me. Look at where he sets up his camera, all scary like. They're sitting there in the McGace. Make sure you guys give JLR a like and a subscribe if you haven't. He's been out there for days, just running stuff over there in Nancy Guthrie's. At Nancy Guthrie's house, having pizza delivered straight to the door. Let's not forget about JLR. He's hungry out there, guys. Oh my goodness. Well, they don't look like anything interesting is happening over here, so we'll probably skip that today. I know, it's been crazy all day. Look at how many people. He's here. He's here. He does make it look so ominous.
Right, so we're still waiting to see if anything else happens here. People said zoom out. You can zoom out.
Why? What happened? It looks like you've been in the same position all day, brother.
I appreciate everybody.
What did he do? Oh, what did he do earlier?
Yeah.
Right. They got that answer.
Person with no arms that's certified to fly airplanes.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, I then.
What do you think about all this situation? Yeah, what do you think about the situation?
This guy living his best life.
I don't know. You know, I didn't even know they lived here. I mean, we've got a few other folks that, you know, but it's, yeah, I mean, obviously it really sucks. I think I have from what I see, crime wise, somebody who was like a third-rate level type criminal spent.
Y'all see his hat? He has literally got a cowboy hat under his crash hat. He has a cowboy hat on under his crash hat. This dude right here is living his best life. Hey, so nice to see you, Sherry. I was so freaking late, dude. I was like 25 minutes late for my life because I was asleep in Dreamyland. And Rubber messaged me and she was like, hey, are we okay, dudes? Are you okay, dude? That's what she said to me. And I'm like, I'm fine. What's going on? What do you mean? And then allegedly speculating, hey, are you okay? You good, dude?
All right, you had the right to remain silent. Anything you say and can will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questionings if you wish. All right. You good, dude? All right, you had the right to remain silent.
My husband just came in here and asked me while that was playing. He said, I need to ask you a question. And I said, what? And he said, do you really call each other dude? And they text you, are you good, dude? Like, do you really call each other dude? No, we do not. Snoozy. That's exactly what the fuck was happening. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm in the wrong, whatchamacallit, no wonder. No wonder I don't have any. No wonder I don't have any sounds. I don't have any snoozy sounds. Hold on, let's see. Let's change it over. Let's go back to New Year's. There we go. See if I have any snoozy sounds here. This is what I feel like.
'Cause I'm a potato.
That really was me. Wait, why that wine glass? Shit. Allegedly, I'm really digging your channel on the lurker and not a chatter yet. Sherry, don't be shy in there. We're all in there. Don't for 1 second think that you can't go in there and say something. And if you're bush watching and you're okay with it, we're okay with it. Do not feel obligated to talk either. We just like you being there.
A lot of time trying to plan this out, but they blew it on every instance. And then you guys can tell this is all desert scrub. So if you go down to the end of this road, onto this road Mirabelle, okay, and then down a little bit, you'll see a wash. Well, that wash, I used to call it Gila Bend because it's like a breeding grounds for Gila monsters.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty rough in there. I've run a few homeless off before.
Really? Around here?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's the first time I heard that because most people say there's no homeless around here or anything.
Did they travel up the washes?
Well, that's part of the thing. See, back, I don't know. It's been about 6 months ago now. They were all hanging around through the loop.
Yeah.
And that was all legal. And then they came up with some way to say, oh, we can, how was it? Anyway, basically they could throw them out.
Big cleanup. Yeah.
Yeah. So they started kind of moving up into this area.
Yeah.
But most of them have been run out. I haven't really seen anybody for
Or
several
valleys
months.
at least are different, right?
You're talking about like homeless people,
Right.
or
Yeah, homeless.
when you say Gila Bend, that's around by Phoenix on the other side, correct?
No, I mean Gila monsters.
Gila monster.
That the little critters about so long.
Oh,
In
okay.
about
Pay attention,
2 months,
JLR. He just told you
they'll
that.
be- I don't know. You go back into that wash and you can't walk 50 feet without seeing one.
Gotcha.
He told you he called it Gila Bend. Hey, Mustang. He told you he called it Gila Bend because there were Gila monsters back there, brother. That's what he told you. That's what he said. Where am I? Here I is. I want one of those hats for my husband. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me go back to you. Let's see right here. We were all shocked for a second. Okay. Let's see what this person has to say. Give me a second. If they're going to read it to us, we already read it.
Smoking gun, a press release ready to go about Epstein's death a day before he was found dead. You can help build the only independent news
Whoa, calm down. Straight into an ad, man.
district of New York, which is part of the Justice Department, dated August 9th. Only minor detail. He was dead, found dead the day after, on August 10th. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Jeffrey Berman said earlier this morning the Manhattan Correctional Center confirmed that Jeffrey Epstein, who faced charges brought by this office of engaging in the sex trafficking of minors, had been found pre-suicide statement that was at least drafted the day before. Am I in the twilight zone, or should this be leading every newscast in America? Should be all over the place. How do you explain this?
I mean, nothing surprises us with this case anymore, does it? Everything that we've read and everything that we've done and seen in this particular Jeffrey Epstein files and all of those things that go along with it, there has been very little surprising to anybody. And that's because we're so desensitized to all of that. He's still alive, in your opinion? I saw you talk about it a little bit earlier about the picture of him that you saw and how it does have the little Gemini symbol on it. And you weren't sure if that was still, if they had ran that through AI just to prove it was him or if it was real. Some people say don't believe everything you read just because it does have the Gemini symbol on it. They say that it was made with Gemini. It doesn't necessarily make it true. But, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think he's still alive? You just don't believe he's dead? Unalived. Hi, Andy. Welcome in. Nice to see you. You think he's definitely could still be alive? Honestly, God, cannibalism wouldn't surprise me at this point. Disgust, yes. Surprise, no. I know. It's just we've been so desensitized by everything. So desensitized. Abella sent me this. This is Status Quo News. I've never heard of them. I dropped the link in the chat. He killed himself. There's no way he's alive. And you're 50-50 on it. Hi, Teresa. Mustang said.
Oopsies, we just got the date wrong. It gets even worse. Apparently, through the files, the prison, which I don't think would have done this on their own, you'd think they might have had a little coercing from government officials to fool the media, created like a fake Hearst with Jeffrey Epstein's like a fake body.
What?
To fool the media and get the media off the scent as they pulled Epstein's real body out of the prison. We're with Epstein's body and had secured the scene. Redacted remained with correctional officers and Intel personnel from the Office of Chief Medical Examiner.
We're with, not we are with, sir. We're with, because this is on the 12th. The letter you showed us was dated on the 9th, and allegedly he passed on the 10th. Is that correct? Date of Epstein's death. So it says the date of his death was August the 10th of 2019, right? And we did just see that it says right here, August 10th, 2019. Guards claim to have told Epstein or had found him unresponsive in his jail cell at 6:30 a.m. in New York, hanging off the side of his cell's bed where he was awaiting trial. After the prison guards reportedly performed CPR, he was transported in cardiac arrest to the downtown hospital in New York, where he was pronounced dead at 6:39 a.m. So how far? That was pretty quick. So Metropolitan Correction Center to downtown hospital, and they found him at 6:30 and pronounced him dead within 9 minutes. They ruled Epstein's death a suicide by hanging. Epstein's lawyers challenged the medical examiner's conclusion and opened their own investigation, hiring pathologists to figure out the details on that. Okay.
To transport Epstein to their facility. Due to the large news media presence outside the Metropolitan Correctional Center, a male OCME official called and said he would be arriving at the loading deck with a black vehicle. In order to thwart the media, redacted, used boxes and sheets to create what appeared to be a human body, which was put into the white OCME vehicle, which the press followed, allowing the black vehicle to depart unnoticed with Epstein's body. Is Is this like a bad movie? This sounds like a movie.
Sounds like a bad movie. Sounds like a bad movie. Sherry on those exist. I've seen. Oh, those exist. I've seen them. Wait, what did Sherry say? Abellis, I'm on a mission for a hard hat cowboy hat for my husband. I think his work crew would get a kick out of it. I think they would too. Basically, all you got to do, Sherry, is get a cowboy hat and put a hard hat on top of it and strap that mother down. Now, he wants us to think he died. Yeah, that's... I'm fighting with my phone. My Wi-Fi is down again, so if I go poop, that's why. It's okay, Hannah. We understand. We respect it. There are death pictures, so I'm not sure. I mean, I will say this, just from my own thought process. I don't know whether he's dead or alive. But all of us took it at face value when they went in and they took Hussein out of the palace and threw him in the ocean after. And there are death photos. A lot of people believe that he's not dead either. A lot of people believe Elvis isn't dead. A lot of people believe that Marilyn Monroe isn't really dead. There are a lot of people that don't believe Michael Jackson is really dead. I don't know. You know what I mean? Stranger things. Stranger things. We've seen people go into witness protection after turning on the government at the highest peak. But is that a possibility? Could he be at the highest form of, witness protection that exists? I don't know. It's not hard to fake a death photo. I don't know. Free Hannah's Wi-Fi. Sherry's on a mission. Southern Cats just doesn't believe it. But he had an escape scrawled note that is in the files. Right. Sounded like he said, meow. Meow. Sherry, Google cowboy style hard hat. She's going down a rabbit hole. Y'all are sending her down a rabbit hole. Hannah says, I honestly think either his body double was the one arrested and went to prison, or he was switched out the night he supposedly self-deleted, but in my opinion, Epstein is still alive. I recently saw a mortician examine the death photos and saw fallacies within them. I don't know. That'd be an interesting watch, Indy. We all love a good conspiracy, but, well, yeah. I respect you, Abellis. You know that I do. Southern Cats? Meow. Watch a little bit.
Screwball comedy or something, although it's
not funny
at all.
It's not funny.
They created a fake Hearst with sheets over boxes to thwart the media. Why would you need to thwart the media if there was no issue? And before people get really conspiratorial, I'm not saying, Epstein's alive on some island. I know a lot of people think that. That's not what I'm saying. But they had a pre-death statement of his suicide, although that statement on August 9th didn't say suicide. Then they have a fake Hearst. And need I not remind you, I reported on this last week, apparently there was no actual noose found on Jeffrey Epstein after he supposedly hung himself, from CBS News. Thomas told investigators, this is one of the prison.
So he's saying that, wait, I don't recall taking the noose off. I really don't. I don't recall taking that thing from around his neck. Interesting.
Correctional officers. Thomas told investigators he discovered Epstein in his cell shortly after 6:30 a.m. on August 10th, and that he, quote, ripped Epstein down from the hanging position. Investigators asked what happened to the noose. I don't recall taking the noose off. I really don't, he replied. I don't recall taking the thing from around his neck. Noel, who remained standing in the cell entrance, that's another prison guard, told investigators she saw Thomas lower Epstein to the floor, but did not see a noose around his neck. The noose Epstein allegedly used has never been definitively identified, according to the Inspector General's report. A noose collected at the scene was later determined not to be the ligature used in Epstein's death. I don't know if I was collecting a dead body off from the ceiling. I'm pretty sure I'd remember if there was a noose around his neck.
Did they call it? Did they say it was
But
the
the
ceiling? Did they say it was the ceiling? Because I was under the impression that that was on the side of the bed, like hanging off of the bunk. Am I wrong? Y'all tell me. Let me change this title real quick. Was he off the side of the bed? I thought he was off the side of the bed. I didn't realize. How would he have hung himself from the ceiling? You know what I'm saying? How would he have done that? And why don't they remember? Let's see what y'all are saying. Found it. Yeah, I found it too. We'll look at that. We'll look it up. Just really interesting how she explained things. We'll go over it. Sorry, I gave a wrong comment. I believe he was murdered, not that he killed himself. Understood it, Bellis. That wasn't wrong. I understood what you meant. It was the upper bunk. Okay, I thought so. How could he get an effective noose while behind bars? Well, I mean, the sheets, right? The sheets, wrapping the sheets around him. Hi, Tally. Want to say hi to everybody? I'm not have on camera yet. I don't have on camera yet. Everybody, Tally said it. Didn't hear at the microphone. Huh, baby Tally? Say hi, Miss Sheila. Hi, Miss Sheila. I miss Mommy and Daddy. Hi, Miss Sheila. I miss Mommy and Daddy. Yeah, but he was taking good care of me, feeding me pizza bones already. Pizza bones. Yeah, little baby pizza bones. Tally. And Auntie Hannah says she's having trouble with her Wi-Fi, but she knows you're just misunderstood. Yes, ma'am. Okay. You got to get down. Let me do my live. I'll take your picture and show everybody in a little bit. Tally says, hi, Grandma Sheila. Grandma Sheila loves you, Tally. But he is dead, in your opinion. Okay. The ligature, y'all, let me slap myself here. The ligature was too low on his neck to be suicide. He didn't. It was a body double and someone else fixed the problem, in my opinion. You guys are all over the board with it. I love it. I love that you guys have all these different opinions of this, honestly.
Found at the scene. Again, found at the scene, not taken off of his neck. What did he hang himself with, like a hanger, a coat hanger? Was not found to be the ligature that killed him. And need I remind you, sorry if folks are seeing this again, but for folks who haven't seen it, pretty important. I mean, one of the world's most renowned forensic pathologists, he had an HBO show, Dr. Michael Baden. It was called Autopsy. He was asked by the family to observe the autopsy. This is what he said about Epstein's death.
I was asked by the brother, the next of kin, to be at the autopsy. And at the autopsy on day one, there were findings that were unusual for suicidal hanging and more consistent with ligature homicidal strangulation, which included...
And it was suggested at the time that he committed suicide by doing what?
By hanging. At the time, he was found allegedly hanging by a homemade ligature of sheets.
Are you?
Okay, so there it is, the sheets. They're talking about the sheets. Yes, too low, and also the pic shows slices into his neck like a wire cut him, not a sheet. Interesting. I'm not into wild conspiracies, but this feels less a conspiracy. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm not. It's called a perfect storm of screw-ups across the board. And I think that's even written about him, that the Attorney General said that Epstein's death and everything around him, everything that surrounded him, was a perfect storm of screw-ups. Hi, Jenny. Jenny, We go together like peas and carrots. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, trigger warning. Where is your late pass? Yeah, he was scratching at his neck. Scratching at his neck.
Saying you don't think it was suicide?
I think that the evidence points toward homicide rather than suicide.
Why?
Because there are multiple 3 fractures in the hyoid bone, the thyroid cartilage, that are very unusual for suicide and more indicative of strangulation, homicidal strangulation.
More indicative.
He said that from the beginning. I mean, that's a long time ago. Said it was more indicative of strangulation. You're messaging me back here. You're tired. What in the heck? What the heck is all that? Who ate the nicotine? Oh, lordy, lordy. Hyoid bone was cracked too. Your dog ate it? Your dog ate your late pass. In my opinion, it was a body double. Someone died, but not him. You guys are welcome to come up. I did just post the StreamYard link. People feel passionately about this. Let's talk about it. If you want to come up and talk about it, let's talk about it. It does not bother me whatsoever. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. And everybody has different opinions of things. Rubber, just curiously, did you check on Miss Cindy today? Is she doing better today? Just want to make sure she's doing good.
Of homicidal strangulation. And why does all this matter? I mean, Jeffrey Epstein was a deadbeat. I'm not talking about this in terms of mourning his death. He was a child predator. But clearly, as these files are coming out, and we don't have all the files, and a lot of the files have been heavily redacted, not to protect the women, to protect the other child predators who happen to be billionaires and some of the worst oligarchs in the world. But clearly Epstein had a global blackmailing ring over some of the most powerful politicians, celebrities, financiers, athletes, you name it.
How do you get into position as a person in that upper echelon? How do you get in a position to just like have so much power over everybody else? Like how do you do that as a person? Do you just decide that, okay, so I'm just going to make sure that we do some of the most egregious bullshit so that I have power over the top of you, and I can go back and I can fuck your world up if you come out and you say anything? Like you're either the most loved, the most hated, or the most egregious man on the planet. You know what I mean? My thing is that he knew so much about so many wealthy people and governments all over the planet that he had to die. But why then? Why 2019? Why? Well, because at that point he's already been like arrested and was going through the. But had he told everybody? Was he spilling everything? Was he telling everybody everything? Why did he have to die then? Why then? Parabola says, hi, y'all. I'm at Walmart of all places. Hopefully I'll catch you when I get home. We'll be here. And if we're not, there's always replay. And I'm so glad that you stopped by. Thank you so much. Abellis has a great point. Hi, Mandy, Southern says.
So it's a long list of people who would want him harmed, all the way up to potentially the president of the United States, who, oh, by the way, Epstein's brother, Mark, gave a tip, submitted a tip to the FBI in 2023. He said, Jeffrey Epstein was murdered in his jail cell. I have reason to believe he was killed because he was about to name names. I believe President Trump authorized his murder.
But that's such a bold statement. Look over there, not over here, right? Just, which we see all over the fucking place. But my thought process is just why that particular, like, you're the game's up, the gig's up, the jig's up, whatever. You could have said anything at that point. It would have been easy for all of those people to go, this is one man telling you that all of us did this, that, and the other. They didn't have the photos at the time. I'm guessing they raided the island and got all of the things that they needed. And then it was like, okay, you're going to have to tell us everything you know. And then before you tell us everything you know, we're going to have this man taken out because we can't let all of that come out, right? But they still already raided the island. They still already had everything in their possession. And there were victims. And there were other people that were talking, not just him. And there are other people in this case, as Rubber pointed out last night, that have disappeared as well. Not just him. People are disappearing over time in this case. Abellis, I think he would have had insurance in multiple places. If he was harmed, it would come out. Could have been a hit by the British royal family. They can get you anywhere. Oh, that makes sense. Precisely. Hi, Norma. Nice to see you. Rubber, try to come back up. It says your devices were not connected, my love. Hannah, true. It may be Andrew's orders himself. You never know. The stuff that we watched about Virginia last night had everything to do with Andrew, and there are reasons. Hi, Cindy. I was just asking about you. I was making sure that you're okay today. It's so good to see you. Hannah, exactly. They have the memes. They sure do. Group panic that spread like a virus. Yeah, that's true too. You guys are so wise. I love learning from you guys. I hadn't picked. It's okay. Don't let me lie. It's not that I had not picked up on this case. I had, and I will show you. But what I hadn't done was decide how I was going to talk about it. And it looks like to me, I'll just show you. This is the tab right here. All of these that I had downloaded, and then these two right here both have files that we at some point will talk about, all of the things that are listed in there. Then I have another one that has a ton of stuff from other places. It's not that I haven't picked up the case. I was trying to look at a way to pick it up and do it justice, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to do that in any way. No, I haven't yet, Abellis, at all. I haven't seen a whole bunch of stuff in this case. Look at this, in this picture. This is drone footage of Epstein's Island after his alleged suicide. Any thoughts? And I've seen the video from here. He looks up and he sees the drone. This person here sees the drone go over the island and then gets back inside of this little golf cart looking thing. And then, goes and drives off, according to the drone footage that you saw. Also, I did watch, there's some young kids, probably my son's age, somewhere between 18 to 25, that go out on ski-doos. And everybody's always trying to get on this island, right? They're always trying to get on the island. And when they do, there is somebody on a golf cart or somebody, welcome up, Rubber. There's somebody on a golf cart or there's some security around the island that always keeps them from being able to do it. Not only that, but around the island, there's so many rocks and so many things closest to the shore that keep people from, like, they have what are the things on the bottom? The little black things with the, like, if you walk on it, they're going to
talk about the algae.
No, it's not algae. It's the black. I mean, it's like algae. They like, if you walk on it, they're like those prickly, it's they're in the ocean. They're in the ocean. They sit next to the beaches and stuff, but they're black and they look like balls, like fur balls, but they have sticky. Hey, Angel, nice to see you, love.
Girl, you got me confused.
Sea urchins. Thank you.
Thank you.
So they have sea urchins that are like strategically, allegedly placed there along this, surface area, so that if you get off of your sea-doo and you try to swim to shore, if you try to walk there without any type of like shoes or whatnot, then you get stung trying to get on this island. It's crazy. Cindy says, I must say, being local to the island of Palm Beach and knowing the history from the early 2000s, the more that is exposed, the more disgusting it is. Amen. I agree with that. Anybody who has not watched Rubber Ramada's live last night on the victims, I would highly suggest you go and do that. I thoroughly enjoyed that live last night, Rubber, by the way. Coral. Yeah, well, Coral could cut your feet too, huh?
Yeah, Coral will catch up. Yeah, no, I only got through Virginia Giuffre last night, and tonight we're going to go through the other survivors that have spoken out.
So you haven't gone live yet. I know you had a live planned at 5. Okay.
Right. No, I had to change it to 11. You know how it is, my lifestyle.
Are you kidding me, Hannah? There's a rumor that the Island boys are biological Epstein children.
Oh, I heard that rumor. That's such a rumor.
That's well, I mean, you never know. They got a ton of money and beach
Yeah.
tar, sea urchins. Yeah, dude, that looks like him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to see. This photo's grainy as hell, right? You're gonna try to pop in? Good. That's crazy, Hannah. I mean, speaking of conspiracy, you never know. So yeah, I went through and I had put together, I've got all of the things here that have all of the files listed, and of course some of them now we know they're gone. Some of them gone. Some of them that were originally out that were unredacted properly are also gone. And then I heard the sick rumor. You never know. You never know if this is true or not. But if allegedly someone has a little stick of all of the files unredacted, and they plan on releasing them unredacted, like all of the names, all of the history, all of the victims' names, all of the top government and celebrities, all the officials. Allegedly, they're going to release that. Now, if that person is not dead already, I would be surprised.
Well,
I'm just going to say that.
I can also tell you this. I did read, I was reading today about where, do you remember we had discussed Pam Bondi had let everybody come in and read these files. They couldn't bring any cameras in. They couldn't bring cell phones. They had pen and paper, and that was it. They could take notes to go review the unredacted. Well, supposedly those computers that were lent out with the information on it had been keystroked, where it would know who they researched, what names they researched, and now they want to know why were they researching these certain names.
Why they were researching them?
Why these certain people that went in to look at these files unredacted, these government officials, and these higher up people that went in to review these unredacted files, now they're wanting to know why they researched the names that they researched on these computers. Are they looking to help cover something else?
Interesting.
So it's just becoming a big rabbit hole.
Interesting. Did you see this 5 hours ago? Okay, make sure you guys have your I don't want to do too much over here because X will get us in trouble. Make sure you have your trigger warning though. But it looks like Sarah Fields, and this is a repost, okay, from somebody who reposted Sarah Fields. I don't know who that is. Basically, it says Republican precinct chair, constitutionalist, investigative, journalism, Army veteran, parent, child advocate, and FOIA queen says Epstein Files, even in redacted form, this is hard to witness. I wrestled with whether to share this today. I went back and forth for hours along with the images I'll post in this thread. It's not something anyone should have to see, but it's something the world needs to confront. If you choose to scroll past, understand this. The final image is the most disturbing. So disturbing, in fact, that even reverse image searches are blocked under Google's content guidelines. I'm sharing this not for the shock and clicks, but because since silence protects the guilty, accountability never comes with discomfort, justice never comes with truth. This is weighed heavily on me and on my entire team. The emotional toll is real. One of my team members messaged me this morning and said, that image is not how I expected to start my day. I should have had coffee before I ever opened my phone. We carry this so others don't have to look away. We do this because victims deserve to be seen, believed, and defended, because the truth, no matter how painful, must come to the light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this up, and then I'm going to get that link, and I'm going to give it to you guys. And if you want to look at that, you can. Oh, no, I didn't scroll up from there, and I'm not going to. I did look at them, but I'm going to put the overlay up just so that I can send that to you guys. And yeah, there are things.
That is a very triggering video.
It's more than triggering. It's whoa.
Shocking. The last picture was shocking. So just know that.
There you go. Thank you very much, Robert. I appreciate that.
Yeah, she's over in vertical. I was trying to get her over here.
Yeah, tinfoil hats. Yeah, and you can look at that for yourself. We'll just put it that way. All right, let me go back into. Oh yeah. Okay. So this was shared with us. We'll watch the rest of the end of that other video here shortly. Is there anything in here that I need to be? It doesn't look like it. Okay. This is Lauren the Mortician. Indy shared this with us. And the video says, Morbid Monday was sparked by a photo connected to the Jeffrey Epstein case that was recently released and immediately sparked a lot of questions. People started asking the same thing over and over. Is this why they think it is, or is something else going on here? Is this what they think it is? Words are hard. When images involving death start circulating online, I tend to get tagged or summoned. And honestly, my morbid little heart loves the people think of me when they want someone to weigh in on a death picture. So here we go.
Here, does every household have the plague right now? We're all sick. And also, if you notice, involving death, my brain does something very specific. I don't jump to conclusions. I don't jump to theories. I start asking one question. Does the body make sense? And then I got to look at it because I'm a mortician and I work with the dead. I see what the human body does after life leaves it. How fast things change, what relaxes, what drains, what dries out, and what never looks the way people expect it to. So when a photo starts circulating online, especially one being framed as a dead body, I don't look at the headlines. I don't look at the comments. I mean, I do a little bit, but I look at the physiology. And that's exactly what happened when this image of Jeffrey Epstein started making.
So I have not seen this image.
Yes, I have.
Okay.
That's why I said there was these death photos. So I was, you know.
Yeah, that's true. There's Lauren the Mortician, if you guys want to go look that video up. Like how a scientist would do it. You like her? I've seen her a couple of times.
The rounds. There's been a lot of renewed attention on the Epstein case lately. Documents, files, rediscussions, people relitigating everything that's already been talked about to death. No pun intended. I'm not here to re-explain who Jeffrey Epstein was. If you're watching this, you already probably know. And if you don't, that's not the point of today either. What is the point is this photo. This image has been shared by major media outlets, picked up by TikTok, on some crazy conversation threads over on X, and dropped into the conversation as if it represents death. And people started tagging me. I love when they do that. Not because they wanted to gossip, but because something about it felt off. Yeah, we're going to talk about that because I think it's weird too. So anyways, welcome back to Morbid Monday, where we don't just talk about death. We talk about what the body actually does after it. And today we're putting the death science lens on a photo that the internet cannot stop arguing about because it's just another Morbid Monday. Wish it was Friday. I need more lyrics. I got nothing. Hannah, oh my God, my brain is just fucking right. Morbid Monday.
Hannah, she wants you to send her some more lyrics. Did you hear that? She needs more lyrics for Morbid Monday. Somebody write her a song.
Hannah's already on her list.
I challenge you all to write her a Morbid Monday song for Lauren the Mortician and send it to her.
Oh, Lord.
I challenge you all to do that. Or send it to me and we'll play it and then we'll send it to her. I love that idea. Do that. Somebody post my email. You guys do that. Send that to her. Hannah, I know you'll be over there writing her songs. What? I did what? You introduced us to Lauren the Mortician. Go, Hannah. Go, Hannah.
Morbid Monday. Cue the intro. Wow, 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 wow. And what the body actually does after death. Then, once we establish that, we're going to talk about the part that really doesn't sit right with me. It's a little opinionated, but we're going to go there. Why does this photo exist at all? Why is this image now resurfacing? And why does it feel like it creates more confusion than clarity? And finally, we're going to talk about the things that aren't discussed enough in this case, like the lack of publicly released autopsy photos, the absence of clear crime scene imagery, what documentation does and doesn't exist, and what happens after someone like this actually dies.
Okay, so before we go any further, and I've dug through some of these files, quite a bit of them actually. I think allegedly speculating has dug through some of them, and I'm sure anybody who's had access to them. Have you found anything that represents anything that belonged to autopsy photos, death photos, or crime scene photos that were after the capture, not the video that's circulating right now of the pictures on the wall, not that video?
Ask that question again. You confused me.
Have you seen
Sorry,
autopsy photos? Have you seen autopsy photos
Yes, I've seen autopsy photos.
of him?
No, I haven't seen the autopsy photos of him. No, I have not.
Well, what autopsy photos are you looking at? I'm talking about him.
I mean, you just threw me for a loop. I thought you meant in general. I was like, wait, what? Who are we talking? Sorry.
Put your clown car away. There are
Okay,
autopsy
no,
photos of him,
actually,
right?
to totally derail you for a minute, I was looking at, and I'm pointing at my screen like you can see me. See the little hand hearts on her shelf?
Those?
In the background? The hand hearts on her shelf? I
see
fell in
them.
love. I was Googling it while I was listening to you. I didn't mean to derail. I'm sorry.
Okay, Cindy, love. Text me in a little bit or message me a little bit. Let me know you're okay, okay?
Bye, Cindy, love.
She's sending me stuff in the background. Thank you so much, Cindy. I appreciate that.
Okay, no, I've not seen his death photos. I mean,
Okay,
autopsy photos.
You got people spitting. You're such a squirrel. You really are. Yeah, I have not seen any autopsy photos or heard of any.
Before we go anywhere else, we need to start with the body. It's raining outside. Alrighty then. Because no matter what you believe about this case, a dead body follows rules. So let me show you exactly how I can tell just by looking at this image that you all lovingly and morbidly tagged me in, that the person, aka Jeffrey Epstein, in this photo is very much alive in this moment, which actually makes the photo weirder to me.
So did you hear what she said?
Mm-hmm.
Use Google Lens and it'll tell you, rubber, okay?
Talk about the little hard hands. I want to know where to get one. I want one for myself.
So do the Shift Windows S, take the little screenshot on of them, and then go into Google and use the little camera button that has Google Lens, and then put that image in there, and it'll tell you where to get it.
Okay, I am. Carry on. Sorry.
Okay. You love her humor. Me too. I hate watching you without Wi-Fi. I have to have 30. You're 30 seconds behind. That's okay. 30 seconds isn't much, and there's already like, I think a minute delay or a minute and a half, something like that, in real time. Anyway, he does look alive. His skin is pink. What? Or open Google on your phone, click the button in the search bar, then take a picture of the heart hands.
I'm already in the middle of doing it. I'll tell you how much it costs this minute.
Angel. So Angel and I have this relationship where this is true story. If I say something that differs and it has the same result, and it has difference in the way she gets there, she's like my sister. She'll be like, no. You can get there quicker if you'll do X number of things. That's what Angel does. She's like my sister. No. You'll get there. We could do it quicker if you do it my way. No, you're fine. Most dead bodies are not pink. Thank you for that. Thank you. Exactly. You are. It doesn't bother me. Cindy, we love your face. We love you a whole bunch. At least you've never seen one that was pink. How many dead bodies you've been around, Southern? Do we need to talk about it? Thought he looked a little red. Girl.
Yeah, he was awfully red, and to be a hanging.
He was. It looks like the picture looked like he was hiding it. Southern, you know I was being a smartass. But for anybody who did not know, Southern Cats, thank you for your service. And there's no such thing as an ex-paramedic. You are a paramedic. Most dead bodies are on an off-white coloration of the skin, looking gray and yellowish. You've seen a few. I know you have. And I always think about you and thank you for your service. Exrectically, Abellis. Exrectically.
That is correct.
Okay.
I'm up.
You're awake now after I called you.
I'm up. Are we having fun?
Oh yeah, but yes, it's $8.99 on Amazon. It's in my shopping cart.
Can you believe I'm going to be 45 in April? Speaking of putting things in your shopping cart, I will send you my list.
Okay, just I'll be sure.
45, bro.
Okay, that's still young.
But my son's going to be 25 on Sunday. A little Valentine's baby.
That's sweet.
You were in another place? Norma, get back in here.
No, she's in the right place now. She was in vertical. We got her in horizontal. Leave her alone.
Oh, you were in here. It's young. I'm not going to stay young. I keep eating these cookies y'all got me for Christmas. It's February, but I'm still eating Christmas cookies, so that's not bad, I guess. Well, I'm not eating them right now after this medicine I've been taking for 3 days.
Hold the photo up again. I get tagged in this, and y'all want to know, does this look like a dead body to you? And that's when I realized why this photo is so effective and honestly dangerous, because it sits right in that uncomfortable middle space. Close enough to death to confuse people, or at least it's cosplaying death, but not close enough to actually be real. So instead of reacting emotionally, I did what I always do. I stripped everything else away and I asked one question, which if you ever see something like this again, I hope that this video comes to mind, because you should be thinking, what is the body telling me? So when I saw this, the very first thing I noticed wasn't the weird looking table he's lying on. It wasn't his body positioning. It was actually the mouth area, his mouth. This is one of those things that families are always kind of shocked by, because no one really talks about it. But when someone dies, every muscle in their body relaxes, all of it, including your jaw. And when the jaw relaxes and someone is lying on their back, gravity takes over and the mouth opens, not dramatically, just naturally. So naturally, in fact, that at the funeral home, we don't just hope the mouth stays closed. We actually have to physically close it. And we have a few different techniques on how to do that, but we'll have to talk about that in another video. That's not poetic. That's not optional. That's anatomy. There are techniques for it, because without intervention, it will not stay shut. Have you ever been sleeping in the middle of the night and your mouth just pops open? You can feel that your mouth has popped open and you've been inhaling through your mouth. So your mouth is all dry and scratchy. It happens when you die too, because it just relaxes. You're going to be thinking about me when you wake up in the middle of the night and you slept with your mouth open. You're going to be like, oh, Lauren, why?
Fun fact, that's also how you swallow spiders in your damn sleep. And anything else that could be flying around your mouth. Cat hair. All the spiders, they just walk right on in there. They just walk right on in and boom. Your cat gets out of the litter box and jumps on your face. Cat litter right in the mouth. Your dog brings in dog food. One right in your mouth. You're swallowing flies. Roaches and flies. Somebody's pouring beer in your mouth and you woke up drunk. That's why. That's why. Drooling. You're wrong for that. You're wrong for that.
That is not correct. Because according to the Encyclopedia of...
Ew. Stop. Hannah's gonna be barely 21 in October. La cucaracha. La cucaracha. They're dancing and then they just jump into the pool and then you swallow them. It's disgusting. Gross.
So when I see an individual like Jeffrey Epstein laying flat on his back with his mouth naturally closed, no tape, no visual support, no tension, my brain immediately goes, okay, well, the muscle tone is still there. And muscle tone does not exist in a deceased individual. And this is one of those little details. I know it's little, but it's a big detail. And people don't realize that, because movies, when you watch movies and they suddenly pass away, movies lie to us. Television lies to us. Dead people on screen always look peaceful, mouth closed, perfect, calm. I always think of Snow White. She looked beautiful, right? right? Her mouth is just perfectly closed. But that's not reality. Reality is gravity. Reality is relaxation. Reality is the body doing exactly what physics tells it to do. So right out the gate, before I even look at anything else, that closed mouth tells me I am not looking at a deceased person. And once I clock that, I move on to the next thing, because the mouth isn't the only part of the body that gives this away. The eyes are next, and those are loud. After death, dehydration starts almost immediately. It does not wait. It does not care. The eyes are one of the first places that you can actually see it. The surface of the eyeball starts to dry out. The corneas lose that wet, reflective look. The eyes flatten and they dull. Dehydration is not my friend in the funeral home. It's one of the very first things we are constantly fighting. In this photo, though, the eyes are still moist. Are those tears?
She used the word, Rubber.
I just cringed.
She
I just
used
cringed
the word.
so bad.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Say the word. I'm so uncomfortable right now.
You need to leave.
She didn't say that. I can handle the word leakage, but this word is banned. Banned. I can't even say that word in relation to a Heinz or a Dunkin' Heinz cake. I just can't. Oh,
It's just not my
God.
vocabulary.
Bitch.
What? Moving on.
Are his eyes leaking? I don't know, but they definitely look full and hydrated and puffy in a way that suggests fluid is still being regulated in the body. That is not what I expect to see in someone who is deceased. Dead eyes don't look like that. They just don't. And I know it's just a movie, like I know it's just a film, but in Stranger Things, when the kid is holding Eddie and like the bats got to him and he's no longer alive and his eyes are just glistening. And I know he's supposed to have just died, but I'm like, it's too lifelike. It can ruin movies for you.
Can you imagine being a mortician and trying to watch movies and you're like, they're not really dead, even though we know that, but we're over here just like, they died.
Okay, but Lauren just spoiled that for me because I haven't finished watching all that.
The movie? Spoiler alert.
Damn it. Damn it. Spoiler alert.
Oh, thank you very much. Hannah is educating the best of us. There's usually leakage of body fluids after death. Sometimes. Yep. Nope. Ruins it for you. Oh, like an attorney trying to watch Law and Order or something. Yeah. If you guys ever seen Dr. Mike and him watching Grey's Anatomy, it's so fun. It's so fun to watch him. I like Dr. Mike. The last season, Sheila. Like, what the?
I know. We're still trying to get through season 4. We're on season 4, episode 3. Damn it.
Oh, no. You didn't see what you just saw. You didn't see it, Rubber. You didn't see it.
I didn't see nothing, and I will repeat nothing. It'll all be a surprise for Hector.
Season 4 of Grey's Anatomy? No. I think they're on like season 24 or 25. Way down in there.
Too. So I don't know. Once you see it, you just can't unsee it. Then I move on to skin color. When the heart stops, circulation stops, and the blood is no longer being pushed throughout the body. Gravity takes over. Blood settles into the lowest parts of your body, and we call that lividity. So if someone is lying flat on their back, I expect to see that settling, that purpley-ish color start showing up in very specific places. The back of the head, the neck, maybe even the ears, face, shoulders. What I do not expect to see is an evenly colored, we'll throw the picture up again, like right here. I don't know. But his face is evenly colored. You can even see pink in certain areas of the face, which fun mortuary fact of the day. When we are embalming, have you ever wondered why embalming fluid is a certain color, why it might be a little pink or a little red? When we embalm, you can see that little pink color in his cheeks, maybe his chin and his forehead. We are essentially trying to duplicate that being alive look. So as the embalming fluid goes through and it starts to firm up the tissues, it might make things look a little pink again. My cheeks are pink. So in the photo, there is still color in his face, pinkness, and that color matters because deceased bodies don't hold facial color like that while supine. That kind of color suggests ongoing circulation, or at the very least, very recent circulation. Either way, it's not consistent with a body that's already gone through post-mortem changes. I've also seen some people were zooming in on Jeffrey Epstein's nose area because there is moisture under the nose, and they
Do you see moisture under the nose? Like, is that this is a horrible picture, I swear.
Yeah, it is. I was gonna say, because that could be like stubby facial hair, maybe, or
I mean, it very well could be, but I mean, she's, yeah, I don't know.
and there's a shadow right under the base of his nose.
I don't know.
we're
We'll
really
have to see if there's a
picking it
better.
apart.
But this is what they do. They give you a picture of a 420p freaking picture when we have ability to have a 12K picture. Obviously, they're not going to give you that if they know the man is sitting there alive. Look at it. They ruffled up his hair a little bit, ruffled it up over here.
Kind of reminds me of seeing Elvis photos in the old what was that old rag magazine?
The what?
The rag magazine.
That's before my time, Grandma. I don't know what you're talking about.
Girl, come on. We know those the Sun, the whatever
the tabloids.
Tabloids. That's what I said. Rags magazines. See, now I'm talking like an old lady.
That's the government for you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 12K, yeah. There's too much muscle tone in his whole face. They do the same. Yeah, exactly. You take the damn picture. Use the telescope. Take the picture in 12K. Y'all stop fucking around with us. We know the moon's not made out of cheese. Stop it. We know y'all left that dune buggy up there, and we know y'all be throwing all the trash up there too.
Southern Cat's got it. That's the name I was looking for. Thank you.
Them dirty tabloids. Dirty tabloids.
You think that it's purge coming out of the nose. This looks like purge, they say, but it doesn't. True post-mortem purge is heavier, can be darker, and purge follows gravity, usually. Purge is another nightmare term. Not a good day if you've got that going on, but clear moisture around the nose is incredibly common in living or recently treated patients. Oxygen, secretions, positioning. But when you stack it with everything else, Jeffrey Epstein's mouth, the eyes, the color of his face, it fits the same picture. This photo of Jeffrey Epstein is not behaving like a dead body. He's very much alive in this photo. That is my mortician opinion. So now I've looked at the jaw, I've looked at the eyes, I've looked at his color. This photo is not post-death. But wait, there's more. We're not done yet. And that's where things stop being about anatomy, and instead we're going to talk about intent. Because once I'm confident that this person, Mr. Epstein, is alive in this image, the question isn't, what am I looking at? The question becomes, why are we being shown this image at all? Like,
so there's what we call YouTube's call to action. Why are we being shown this image? Why is this the image that they're giving to us? Rubber, why?
That's a good question.
I'm asking you, what do you think?
I mean, it's a good question.
Listen, you
I'm
got your
throwing
little
red flags in the chat, okay?
You got your little chicken feet sitting on the fence. You need to pick a side, sister. I want to know what you think.
Well, see, when I look at, now that I'm actually listening to her and she's putting it into perspective of the way she is, now I'm like, maybe those photos of him that we are catching glimpses of online of a very heavily bearded, long-haired man, there's a possibility.
I mean,
because
it does put a little bit of
it puts a lot of doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else got any ideas on why they might be showing us this particular picture? Or telescopes. You have a 5'5" telescope. By the way, anybody who wants to know, skeletons in her basement. Real ones.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For the narrative, possibly. Jenny,
Yeah.
I know you got opinions.
Well, I was just sitting here. I'm wondering that picture. You know how everybody sneaks their little. Well, okay, no, never mind. I'm gonna take that back. I was gonna say people sneaking in their flip phones, in their crappy old flip phone pixelation is where they got that off of. Maybe that's why the picture was so. I'm just, guessing with the best of them.
I don't know. Well, if he's not passed, okay.
Where is he?
Okay, allegedly speculating. Thank you for coming by. If we put you to sleep, trust me, I know I fell asleep 2 years earlier. But a mortician's statement's not taken as official, right? Obviously, Lauren's not taking. She's avoiding the graphic details of why she thinks that this person is still alive. Obviously, she's giving what she's able to put on YouTube. Okay, he's got the color in his cheeks. His eyes don't look sunken in. He doesn't have the moisture around his nose. All of these different things that she says and all the things that she can say on surface value, right? And they've told us that he's committed suicide and he's dead. So if they're showing us this picture and they want everybody to see that we're dumb and we're just going to accept it, I think that's the only reason they would put that in there. Like, oh, y'all want proof? We got proof. Okay, Bellis will still be here. Like, we got proof. That's all you wanted because y'all are too dumb to ask the questions, right?
Right. And everybody just dropped it and said, oh, okay, he's gone. So we're just going to drop everything and walk away. And now you see where we are. 5 years.
I mean, now that she's saying this, I have all of these questions. Like, I want to look up, this is just completely and 100% on me. I want to look up, like, Muammar Gaddafi, Saddam Hussein, the different people that we've been told throughout history that we've taken out. Oh, so-and-so's, dead. Here's the autopsy photo, or not the autopsy photo, but the death photo. And just to see if that jives completely with 100% what she's told us, just on surface level.
Michael Jackson comes to mind too.
Exactly. Thank you for that, Angel. Because she doesn't.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Teresa. Not the mortician. Don't disappear the mortician. Yeah, just basically like, yeah, okay, so y'all want proof? Here's a body. Right? So there's a bunch of images that are recirculated and they're mislabeled, allegedly. Hold on 1 second. She did a video too on, did she? Did she? We'll have to look that up. We might have to do a series and watch some of the stuff that she does. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of like her. And first thing I thought of when I seen her when she popped up was allegedly with the headband. That would be so cute on her.
Allegedly with the headband, yeah. Oh, we could rename allegedly speculating to allegedly with a headband. Oh, goodness. So the jail scene was supposedly like taken like after the time that they took him and they transported him out and put him on that table and took that picture. So we didn't get, obviously we're not getting jail scene pictures in real time like you did yesterday of Ghislaine and her and her 2 blankies and her puppy and cell phone. It wasn't real life. Like, they have pictures of her sitting in her cell doing her thing, which is modern day, right? But in 2019, that's not what they were doing. They didn't have that in there, so we didn't get to see that.
Now, I have located somebody online. I don't want to put anything out too much just yet, but they are going through the videos of the camera that was on his cell and everybody that went in and out of his cell so many days before his death. Mm-hmm. and trying to figure out who all had gone in and seen him.
Between the time there was like 1 minute missing or something.
Mm-hmm. And there's parts of the videos that are cut and that are missing. And there is a guy that is going through all those.
So he was in a turtle suit. I didn't know that. Poses in a Federal Bureau of Prisons investigation document related to a possible July 23rd, 2019 suicide attempt. And I hadn't heard about that one. Of course, I didn't look it up. That's like, what, 2 weeks before the actual...
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting.
They were saying that he was that way before it happened. And that the hand scrawled note, I have a little video I found of somebody working on decoding the note and stuff that I'm going to work on tonight. So very interesting.
Well, they did have a fake Epstein jail cell suicide video that briefly circulated.
But there's so much AI these days.
Yeah.
Man.
So allegedly they chased that back to a computer generated clip that was like emailed to the investigator like years before that. It was like noted to be, if you look like, Scopes or Fact Checker, AFP or whatever, those little websites, they basically that showed that there was a footage of Epstein and it was a video, but it was completely 100% fake. And it did end up on what was still Twitter at the time with the little fish-eyed. It was like 6 seconds of a video with a little fish-eye. It was ridiculous.
Right. And, and that's the thing is we believe what we see at the time without doing any verification and research. I was saying that earlier in somebody else's chat. They were talking about a missing child and people running with stories. And I was like, well, they hear something on the internet or read something somewhere and they just run with it rather than verify. And it becomes an issue.
The girls are saying, look at the way the pictures here. So I'm going to share this tab instead. Yeah, I mean, it kind of does in a way, right? Let's see if I can get that closer. Oops.
It's very similar.
The hairdo, yeah. I mean, but yeah, if you're in jail, you're in prison. I mean, the guys could give a shit less. They're not brushing their hair anyway. He does look so freaking sarcastic. Like, I'm better than you. Even there, to me, that's just my opinion. I really don't care much for his looks at all. Hey, girl. Hey. Hi, Case One. How are you? His hair would look the same, huh?
Orange is in the house.
Orange. Hi, Orange. Nice to see you. Jenny agrees with you, Hannah. What did Hannah say? Oh, the missing part of surveillance video tells me it wasn't him. That missing minute. It doesn't take long. How can he appear redder post-mortem? Hi, are those coming in? Just hanging on. Good. Just my opinion. This just comes from me personally. If I do certain things, like if I'm trying to run to get out of a cell and I'm trying to run to get out of the prison and get into a car or whatever, my blood pressure probably would tend to go up. I don't know. And if I was really still alive and trying to fake my death and hope that this works, I might be a little red in the face. I don't know what his cardiac, system was, or if he had any heart problems or any health problems whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any. I haven't read anything on that.
Hi, Anna. The meaning of the Jewish name Epstein might come from the town of Epstein, meaning water as in river, Stein meaning stone as in hill. Well, thank you very much, Encyclobellus.
Be taking my job because I'm up here, girl.
I like it. Uh-oh. So the August 10th, 2019, it can still look wrong because the real world death does not present like movies and photos taken during active responses. Medical handling can be misleading. Okay. I'm looking for there it is. Okay, we'll pull this up while we're doing all this. We'll watch the end of this video. This is the investigation review of the care and custody of Jeffrey Epstein during the time that he was in Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York. And I'll pass that out to you guys. This is 128 pages. We probably won't read it. And they do a whole death investigation. I mean, if you guys end up wanting to read it at some point, I would love to go over that with you, but we're not going to do it today because 128 pages. But it does have some stuff that's pretty interesting. I mean, it goes through the whole timeline. Found in his cell on the morning of August 10th that no weapons were recovered from his cell after death and that he signed a new last will and testament on August 8th, 2 days before he died. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
We found this. Yeah. We found that the staff's failure to assign Epstein a cellmate on August the 9th, failure to conduct rounds and counts that evening, and to allow him to have access to linens in his cell left Epstein unmonitored and locked alone in his cell for hours, which provided him an opportunity to commit suicide. Finally, the medical examiner who performed the autopsy detailed for the OIG why Epstein's injuries were more consistent with and indicative of a suicide by hanging rather than a homicide by strangulation. The medical examiner also cited the absence of debris under Epstein's fingernails, marks on his hands, contusions to his knuckles, or bruises on his body, evidence of strangling, which would be expected if Epstein's death had been a homicide by strangulation. No, I'm not. I just want to pass it around because I don't gatekeep. If you want to read 128 pages on why they screwed up and the depth of their screw-ups and more cover-ups. Hi, lovely. Sorry I'm late. I was helping my youngest with her Valentine's box. Oh, my God. I remember doing those. Do you think my 25-year-old will do a Valentine's box with me? How do I convince my 25-year-old boy, young man, grown man, to do a Valentine's box? He's a Valentine's baby, though. He might. That's sus. Yeah, you think? Not only one sheet either. We saw the pics. Agreed. You guys did see them, Angel. Yep. Oh, you remember, Norma? Me gustaría que sea chiquito de nuevo. Extraño mi niño. Money, gift cards. If I put money and gift cards in it for his birthday, he'll be like, "Hell yeah, I'll do a box." Go ahead, Mom. Let's do a box for his 25th birthday. So yeah, as noted, the surveillance camera in the shoe area where Epstein was housed was live streaming movement in the hallway outside of Epstein's cell. This is what you were talking about, that video you were talking about. Although the camera was not recording the captured video, the camera was in plain view of inmates, and therefore inmates would have been aware that any hallway movements, like they would tell y'all if they knew, including into or out of Epstein's cell, could be monitored by BOP staff, even if, unbeknownst to them, the DVR system was not recording the live stream at the time. Convenient. As the OIG has noted in numerous prior reports, BOP staff and inmates are aware of where prison cameras are located and often engage in wrongdoing in locations where they know cameras are not located. No, you don't say. They never do that. Kim has entered the chat, everyone. Oh, I don't have it. I was going to get you a round of applause. Hold on, I bet I can find you one. Oh, I sure can. Oh, one more again. Okay, I'll stop that. I won't do that again. Actually, I'm going to erase that out of there so I don't accidentally applaud you. Because that's terrible. One more again. Hi, Kim. Yeah, so this is 128 pages of different things that are going on. So you have the introduction, which is basically what we just went through. Then you have the background of all that stuff, the care and custody of prior to his death, then the events of his actual death on page 50. Maybe we'll look at that one. Notice on August 8th of impending transfer of Epstein's cellmate on the 9th, of which we saw at the beginning of that there was already somebody who said that he had a pre-authorized death certificate on August the 9th, although he didn't die till August the 10th. Notice on August 8th of the pending transfer, removal of the cellmate, failure to assign a new cellmate, allowed to make an unmonitored telephone call on August the 9th. This has a whole bunch of shit in it.
Yes. Now, there was an unmonitored phone call, and there's some information that's coming out about that. He had spoken to a woman, they believe. I don't know a whole lot on it yet. I haven't gotten to that part of reviewing. But I do know that there was an anonymous hidden phone call.
How many of y'all already have pre-authorized death certificates? All you got to do is change your will and testament 2 days before, and you guess what happens. Make sure you didn't authorize anybody who does not have your best interest at heart. I will say that out loud. Maybe we will go through this. Not today, but maybe we will go through this.
Or have somebody announce your death information the day before. Is that what I remember? Yeah. And then and then that certain person shows up in your files.
Exactly.
That are now having
like I said, they said it's like the most organized messy chaos. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And while we're sitting here talking about all of this, I'm just reminded of the reason that we talk about Jeffrey Epstein and the people that surrounded him were because there were victims. There were victims of the crimes that were perpetrated on. There were victims.
Many.
And that's the whole reason that people would say, I'm tired of talking about Epstein. Well, I'm tired of there being victims in cases of things like this getting covered up and shooed away and told they need to shut their fucking mouth.
Or even disappearing after the fact so they can't speak.
It's crazy.
Allegedly.
If you guys are interested, I'll be glad. We'll go over this together. Not today, but we'll go over it together. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put it out. I definitely think that's a good idea to go over that. Yeah, I'm going to download it and save it. And that way I have it in case I want to go over it.
Yeah, if you want to review it, I'll read with you.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe you and Allegedly and me can go over it. It's 128 pages. Maybe we could do a thing where we just break it down into 1 or 2 streams and we'll just go over it. So it's basically all it is the investigation and the review of the FBI and the Bureau of Prisons custody care and supervision of him before, during, and after the alleged suicide. So, yeah. Let's dive, Indy says. All right, let's finish her out here.
Seriously, why? Why was this photo taken? Who took the photo? This isn't security footage. This isn't a chaotic moment. This is a clean, centered image of a person, a particular person, lying flat with his eyes closed. I've seen hospital beds. I've seen gurneys. I've seen stretchers, cots, you name it. This does not look like any of those things. Look like
I interrupted that thought that she has right there. So Indy just brought this up. The plan must have been delayed a day. See, the only thing I thought as I'm reading through that where the DOJ released the stuff was that the roommate, like they couldn't figure out how to get the roommate, like the cellmate out or something. You know what I mean? Like on time. And so it was like delayed a day. Does that make sense, Rubber?
I'm over here muted. I'm over here talking away to you. Yeah, totally makes sense. Something was in the way. Something happened. It didn't get to go down when they planned it. I mean, you know,
something. That's what I'm thinking. It's just something that, yeah, his eyebrows are uneven. Nothing else. Nothing's here. Ogres and onions. He's wearing a sweatshirt and shorts to bed. I don't know what he was wearing. Is that not the turtle suit?
That's not the turtle suit, is it?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he's wearing a sweatsuit. I don't know. What was he wearing? They've released a ton of images. So, I mean, it could be, you know, I'll have to go through them, girl. There are millions of there's a million responsive pages. in the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Millions. 3.5 million pages. 2,000 videos. 180,000 images.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. I mean, every corner you turn, you're finding a new... No, not according to this mortician.
Girl, Southern Cats. Girl, I can lean my neck down just the right way and have that same fat roll.
Ah!
I'm just saying.
Interesting. You see a mark on his neck? I mean, yeah, it looks like down at the bottom there. It does look like there's a possibility it could have a little... But if, I mean, does it look like a ligature mark, you mean?
Yeah, I think that's what they mean, ligature mark. No.
Well, and like she said, there's no lividity. There's no lividity at all. There's no change of color. If you take your hands, don't do this. So you take your hands and you put it around your neck for 20 seconds and take them off, you're going to have a little, you have a little red mark there for a little bit. Shut up, Indy. They're trying to overwhelm you on purpose. That's absolutely just like allegedly speculating said. Look over here, not over there. And not only that, there's still tons and tons of other things. There's still stuff coming out. One, there's still people coming out. There's still stuff happening in the case. There's still victims after victims after victims coming out. And stars, celebrities, musicians, artists of all like walks of life are coming out. I mean, there's just so much. There's just so much. You could do this every day, all day, and still be exhausted at the end of a year and still not have it all covered.
True.
Enlarge the picture. It's not from a sheet.
Oh, we can't. It's a video.
Yeah, I'll have to find that picture. Hold on. Robert, you want to see if you can find the picture? And then, I was going to say you can read up for me. It's crazy.
Closer. What is he laying on? It's...
Let me go back a little tiny bit.
With his eyes closed. I've seen hospital beds. I've seen gurneys. I've seen stretchers, cots, you name it. This does not look like any of those things. Look closer. What is he laying on? It's flat. It's rigid. Is that a handle? Like what? Please, if you work in a medical facility, doesn't this look like an autopsy table? It looks like something for post being alive. You're dead. Like we're going to put you on the slab essentially. And then I want you to look at the head area. There is clearly something structured under his head. Not a pillow. Like where's the pillow? Not a folded blanket because we'd see that poking out. But there is something firm under his head. Is it a head block? Like we use head blocks in the prep room to hold the head up and in position while we are embalming. I don't feel like the ER staff is going to be, here, Mr. Epstein, please lie flat, lie still. I'm going to put this perfectly positioned block under your head on this perfectly positioned table. And I want you to lay there and pretend that you're sleeping. It feels framed. It feels composed. And it
Sleep sweet, Indy. Nice to see you. Yeah, it does look like an autopsy table. I thought that from the beginning. Then it has like the little, I mean, it looks like he's on a baking sheet to me.
feels way too calm. Like this is a documentative photo, not a response to some sort of situation. Does anyone else agree? So if this isn't a post-death image, where are the images that actually matter? Is anyone wondering that? Because we've seen famous autopsy photos before. Michael Jackson, Kurt Cobain, JFK. So why not this case? Why not this one? We didn't get autopsy photos of Jeffrey Epstein. We didn't get clear crime scene images. We got a written report. And again, I'm not saying the report is fake. I'm saying we're being asked to accept a conclusion without the same level of visual documentation we've seen in other cases. And don't just hand me this weird photo instead. That's not transparency. Nothing about this is transparent. It actually leads to more confusion. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you agree? And this is where I need to tell you something. While it's pouring rain outside, can you hear that? Because this whole situation isn't theoretical for me. I have been on a death call inside of a prison before. It's wild to even talk about, but we had a guy whose cellmate took his life. And here I am, little old mortuary student me, loading up my silver Chrysler minivan with my cot. So I roll up, I get to the prison, and they don't take me through the front. I had to go through some special side entrance. They have an officer walk all the way out and around my van with this long mirror, like a stick, and it had a mirror at the end. So he was like checking underneath my van. Then when I got inside, they had to search me. My cot got searched, my equipment apartment. Everything is searched. That was new. And they had locked all of the inmates back into their cells. So when I got there, it was super quiet. Like nobody was out and around because they were all locked away. And I will just never forget that quiet. I'm walking down this hallway, pushing my cot. You could hear a pin drop. You could hear my wheels turning on the ground. And I start noticing movement out of the corner of my eyes as we're going down this hallway. There are two sets of eyes, one up top and one on the bottom. One man above the other. One is crouched down a little, one's a little higher, because they are looking out these little rectangle windows on their cell doors because they are so small and they want to watch me go by with my funeral home equipment. It was so eerie. I can't even fully explain it to you. Definitely did not feel alone in there. We had to go up these stairs. No elevator, at least not one that they let me or told me that I could use. So officers helped me carry my cot all the way up to the second floor. And when we got there, the medical examiner was super duper thorough. Photos, crime scene documentation. The homicide team was there. Even when we rolled him over, she wanted images of his back. Documentation, if you get what I'm saying. And that experience is why I know without question that these photos exist.
That's what I was going to say. Do we think that the photos are there and we're just not allowed to see them yet? Or did they, obviously, if he really was deceased in the cell, they would have documented. But if he wasn't, then those photos don't exist and we'll never see them because they aren't real. He's not dead. Which one is it?
Yeah. I have questions. I have found a video that, see, I don't know if I just dropped it in back chat because I don't know how, I've never done it before on yours, so I didn't know how it worked. But that was one article that actually has the picture that you might be able to click on the picture and zoom in.
I'll just have to take a thing of it and zoom in on it myself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, though. Keep going.
Okay, and then this is, if you open that video and just kind of hover over and scroll through, because it was 4 months ago, I think is when this video came out. And it's got, there's like a whole picture roll of when you open that YouTube thing.
Yep.
And there's just like, there's in that little section I seen when I scrolled over it, there's a little video roll, a roll of photo array where you can see they took a whole bunch of pictures. I didn't watch the video, so I don't know what it's about. I just know that those pictures are in there. A little bit further down, right?
So the investigation of jail cell photos by CBS News. Those?
I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know if these are the same, but they were showing as related to him, so I'm not.
You said this was 4 months ago? Let's listen to what it says right here. Let's listen to it. Not going to hurt nothing.
New pictures of Epstein's jail. Yeah, I don't know.
Now to an exclusive CBS News investigation related to the death of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. CBS News has obtained 90 jail cell photos from the day Epstein was found dead, some of which have never been seen publicly before. Scott McFarland has a story from Washington.
On the morning of August 10th, 2019, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was found dead at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan. This was the vow of then Attorney General Bill Barr.
We will get to the bottom of what happened, and there will be accountability.
Epstein's death was quickly ruled a suicide, but an investigation of jail cell photos by CBS News, working with forensic experts, has raised serious questions about the New York medical examiner and the FBI's work, including a failure to preserve the scene, log evidence, and run basic forensic tests. There are 90 photos in all, showing a cell strewn with blankets.
Why was he allowed to have so many blankets? That's not a thing.
That's what I was just going to say. Why is there so many blankets in there?
That's not a thing. And these aren't rags. They don't have colored rags. This is already cut. This is cut from something.
And you will see that where the ligature straps that they made, the ties that they made look like they're just pulled off of these and cut down.
Right.
So
I agree with that, Orange. I want you guys to use whatever critical thinking your brain tells you to use, and you don't have to take the advice of any creator or believe what a creator is telling you, because all we are opinionated assholes with YouTube channels that have the ability to sometimes influence people who aren't sure what they believe yet. And I think that's a huge responsibility as a creator to let people know that you need to believe in whatever you want to believe in, whatever your brain tells you, whatever your mind tells you. And the reason that you push back on a creator and say, no, that's not what that looks like to me, is because they should be open to changing their mind. They should be open to changing their mind. I could tell you what to believe. You're not going to believe me anyway. So what's the point, If you're in the shoe, you're not even supposed to get sheets. I'm saying, if he really was still in that turtle suit, he wasn't supposed to have that. I don't think he was still in the turtle suit, though.
And what's that black box down there at the bottom of that stairs?
I see what you're talking about, yeah.
Cord-looking thing.
We need to see if we can find if these photos are out. They said there were 90 photos. We'll have to look. Bill Barr's father gave Epstein a job at the elite school where he worked as a math teacher. And that's why we love you being here, Orange. We'll dig in after we get, because you have a live coming up when?
It's not, I got another 2 hours, not till 11.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's going to be on the rest of the survivor stories, the victim survivors. That's what we're going to do tonight.
Very good. I'll make sure we redirect to that when we leave here. But I want to make sure too that we try to do it. I don't mind talking about this for the next couple of days. It doesn't bother me at all. It's something that I hadn't decided how to introduce myself into, because where do you fucking start, bro?
Right.
Where?
That was my hard thing, was where do I start? And my first thought was the victim survivors.
Yeah. Well, because you're a good person.
Shut up.
I'm like trying to figure out, is he really dead or not? And you're just like, the survivors. The host thing in the box is a CPAP machine, is a possibility, is what Orange is saying. Yeah, we'll definitely have to see if we can find those photos. That way we can go through and we can handle. We're going to deep dive all these things. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm ready.
I love hanging out with you guys.
To the bed and window grate. Items moved around, including a mattress, which is seen on the floor in an earlier photo, but appears on the bed in a later one. Looking at the metadata, that second photo appears to have been taken at 11:02 a.m. If that's accurate, the scene had been disturbed hours before.
Wow.
Oh.
FBI investigators arrived. Investigators also found several possible nooses, but did not conclusively identify the one that killed him. What do you make of all these pictures?
Well, first of all, they said that they couldn't even remember seeing a noose.
Yeah, but then there's that one little tie that's hanging on the edge of the bunk. That's what I had assumed that they were talking about, where it would have occurred.
Right. We could totally do that way back into the early days of Bellis. Yeah, rubber's covering survivors. You could cover as prison records. You could cover something. Hannah says there's room enough for everyone.
Determination of suicide, it does raise questions about what was done to rule out the possibility of murder.
If you realize that you've got a high-profile person that may or may not have committed suicide, but you need to prove that to people, this is not adequate as far as I'm concerned.
We've reached out for comment to the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner and the staff at the FBI and the Department of Justice.
And you will not get an answer.
And you're 5 months later, you are still know nothing more.
Still not getting an answer. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Whoa. Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, stop drawing red lines on the man's neck.
I'm making my own marks.
It's the biggest fail of the night. I love you.
I'm like,
just drop down the desk.
Take that, Mr. Man.
Yeah. No, ma'am, Mama. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama Hector.
Oh, goodness.
There we go. Let's try that again. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make it bigger. There we go. Now I'll do it. Won't do that again. Okay, so I'll try to. What I'm going to do is I'll take this and try to run it through. And this is what everybody does: is try to run it through and enhance the photo. But that does, when you look at it like this, definitely looks like a little tiny mustache to me.
It looks like peach fuzz, like he's hadn't had a shave in a couple days.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, he does. He looks like he's on a baking sheet with some parchment paper. I'm going to hell. I'm so going to hell. Are y'all with me?
Hey. I'm ride or die, bitch.
Orange magic pin. Oh, Teresa says, I feel like this is going to end up like the JFK conspiracies because of the lack of truthful information. I agree.
Yeah.
But that's where you get to draw your own conclusions, Teresa. You're a smart cookie, sister. I'm looking forward to what your ideas are. You're a smart cookie. There's room for everyone on the nice list. You're already there? Okay, good. So yeah, I mean, I see what she's saying, but just what us to the naked eye, to people who are obviously not trained, you know. But it definitely looks like he's putting his head down to cover up the neck area, and it's like gone all. You can see it goes all the way across there. So he was in a tracksuit.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but how many of y'all are sitting here holding your head down to see if you can make neck fat rolls like that?
I mean,
I'm sorry, I was. That's what I was doing. I was holding my head down trying to.
Do they got cookies are we going to still be able to eat cookies? I have to at least be able to still eat cookies.
I want a cookie.
And what happened to the 9,500 Epstein files that they took down, that they accidentally released without
I
the
guess
redactions?
those photos are maybe in that.
I don't know. We're going to have to look around. We'll just have to do some. They're pre-marked, like his death certificate. I gotcha. It's unfortunate that every time a known name dies, there's a conspiracy. It ruins the ones that are actually weird.
Can I throw another thought at you really quick that's going to kind of blow your mind? You know, they keep talking about Leon Black in the files.
Really?
Leon Black. And you know who Leon Black is, right?
He's like a...
Well, one thing that I can tell you that I'm for sure he does is, you know, Life Touch photos, like the ones for your senior pictures and all that.
Yeah.
He owns that company.
Apollo Global Management is what I know him from.
Apollo Global Management. Yep. So I find that very interesting. He's in there a lot. So I want to go down that.
He's still alive. He's born in the 50s, right? He's still alive. Yeah. He's only in his 70s. Wow. Yeah, he's a former CEO of Apollo Globe Management. Interesting. The chairman of the Museum of Modern Art.
Very wealthy man.
And he was charged with sexual misconduct allegations, or he was at least alleged to have sexual misconduct allegations, right?
Right, and I believe he was the one that they charged him $100 fine, which was the same as what it was for jaywalking.
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I have it written down over here in the book. I think that was him. Hang on, let me look at my books.
So he said for Epstein's 50th birthday.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. That was George Rush that was charged $100 for it. For the solicitation.
It looks like he paid like $158 million to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yep. Had to look at my notes. Y'all know I'm a note keeper.
You're good. You're good. $158 million. He served on the board of trustees of Dartmouth College in 2012 and gave $48 million towards a new visual arts center at the college. He serves currently on Dartmouth's presidential Leadership Council and has endowed a chair in Shakespeare Studies as well as a program in Jewish Studies.
So you see, now we're getting not only politics, now religion.
And teachers and professors in our
so
college.
right. There's so many people involved in this that's really making me stop and think. And then I'm like, okay, well, who else? What? And then I want to know, who is this person and what did they do and why are they even in these emails? You know, these names are coming up.
And this is allegations in the Epstein Files that are made against Leon Black, a top funder of current Israeli President Isaac Herzog. It looks like there was a call. I don't know what this is crazy. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get canceled. Leon Black, Wall Street person, 72 or 71 years old now. This email came out in 2023. I can't see the chat, so you'll have to monitor that for me, love. Founded largest private equity global fund that exists today that's publicly traded. One of Epstein's friends, very powerful. Seven to 8 years. I don't know if that's the age of, I don't know if that's how long he was together with the person, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. It's redacted. Black was sexually violent with her. Black bites parts of her vagina area. Violence was arousing for him, very painful for her. Represented Janine Christensen, represented victim for civil defamation case, not a sexual abuse case. Went to USAO in Manhattan, May or June of 2021. JC doesn't represent her anymore. Oh, doesn't represent the person that was bringing the allegations against Leon Black. Somebody got a call from victim. She was a woman who said that she heard about a lawsuit against Black. Victim said Black.
Okay, hold on a second. I need to address content. I don't mean to go down. That wasn't going down that road. Content. Don't take it that way. That is absolutely not true. I come from. No, absolutely not. We were not going down that road. I come from that side of the road also. So no, I'm not saying that. I don't
know anything about that. I would be sitting in the dark on that one. So
right. I just wanted to correct that before anything got mistaken.
Yeah.
Which woman?
He's a rich guy.
Really?
Do I get crayons in hell? I'm totally with you, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about the religious side of that.
Yeah,
hey, Richie woman, nice to see you.
What's going that way with it? No.
Yes, we are all going with
I'm
you.
just saying.
Yes, thank you. Let's go. Oh, good. I was right there for a minute. Let me reread what you said. Content. There's a lot of Jewish knowledge. Does not mean they're all connected to crimes related to this. No.
Yeah,
so
no.
I think it just mentioned that.
She just reiterated it. She just typed again below it, Bellis. And yeah, I know there's a lot of that going on, and that's why I wanted to correct what I said. I didn't want anybody to think I was going that way with that. That's by no means where I was going.
Yeah, and if I was going to say if I fell in that category, it would have been purely accidental. I wouldn't have. I don't feel that. I don't feel anything one way or the other on where you come from. Religiously doesn't affect me. Yeah, I mean, I believe that it's awful. But yeah, it has zero to do with me. That's not where I'm going with it.
No, I'm just saying that there's very many, many powerful people with money, with all race, religion, everything, politics, that's everything.
Right.
I mean,
I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't. It just says what it says. Contained in the files against Leon Black, and then if you look up his wiki, you can see what it says. They're the ones who mention in quotes about being Jewish. I don't, like I said, I wouldn't have known one way or the other if I'm being completely honest with you.
I wouldn't have either.
So got a call from victim woman who said that she heard about the lawsuit. Victim said Black raped her around 20 years ago in Epstein's townhouse. Victim described it, felt pain like insertion of something sharp in her vagina on massage. Oh my God. Massage table with head on the floor and legs on his shoulders. Excruciating. Trigger warning, people. Spoke with somebody in the Manhattan's DA's office. Substance abuse problems in the 90s. Preyed on by Epstein, this young person. So it doesn't. This is a referral. This is a call with JC, who was at one point in time representing this victim, but no longer represents them. So we don't have the victim's name. Thank God. Gave massage to Epstein in black for money. Lives in somewhere now. Abuse happened in New York. Minor victim at Epstein's townhouse and was told to give Leon Black a massage. Violently raped by Black. Oh my God, 16 years old when raped. Biological mother is and biological father is, and both still alive. They would have had to be somebody for them to put that who the biological mother and father is in that report, right?
Yep. Makes you wonder what those redacted names are.
2012, when attending, I'm going to guess, one of the colleges where the counselor in charge of the student. Oh, wow. So used adult toys in victim's rectum and vagina. Victim felt severe pinching in her vagina and began bleeding from her rectum. Black and others at Epstein's house would not take her to the doctor and instead flew her out of New York the next day. Victim did not go back to New York after that. Next few years was in Palm Beach. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And like Content said, here, I'll pop it up there. All these guys are connected to the Ivy League in some way. I see that in a lot of this. They're higher ups. In my opinion, there's a lot of higher ups.
Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's crazy times. All right, we got a few more minutes of hers.
Real. They're out there, still locked away in this file that maybe we'll have access to one day. And I guess that's why it floors me that we're given almost nothing here. Like, you think the government would just want to clear up all the conspiracies and be like, hey guys, here's everything. We know that you like having your tin hats on, but hey, moving along, nothing to see here. This is it. I guess not. All right, so let's shift a little bit and talk about what actually happens after someone like this dies. And when I say someone like this, I don't mean a celebrity, because Jeffrey Epstein wasn't famous. He was connected, money, power, and access. And deaths like that tend to get handled very, very quietly. And as far as the public knows,
I like the way that she said that. No. It's easier to squirrel in this case. Absolutely. I like the way she said that. He wasn't famous. He was connected. He was connected.
there was no traditional public funeral for Mr. Epstein. No viewing, no service, and no coverage. He was buried, not cremated, in an unmarked grave near his family. And that matters because cremation ends questions. I'm floored he wasn't cremated, honestly. Burial doesn't end things all the time. Burial gives us the opportunity to sometimes exhume the person if we need to and go back. What we don't know publicly, though, is whether Jeffrey Epstein was embalmed. And yes, that matters too, because embalming leaves documentation, licensed professionals, and paper trails. Who was it? Who was the embalmer that embalmed Jeffrey Epstein? Please message me. Send me a message. Funeral service is so small, it's got to be somebody. I know it. I don't know everything about this case. I don't have secret files. I don't have insider information. But what I do know from working with the dead is this: the body doesn't lie. Bodies follow rules. They lose muscle tone. They lose moisture. Blood settles, and there's color changes. In the body that we were shown in these photos that I was summoned in, it is not following the rules of death. So I think we can officially claim this as cleared. This house has been cleared. Because bodies don't lie, but people, on the other hand, people lie. They lie by omission. They lie by distraction. They lie by giving you just enough to keep you arguing instead of asking better questions. Wouldn't you agree? That doesn't mean every unanswered question is a conspiracy, but it does mean when something doesn't make sense, it's worth slowing it down and looking at it, like really looking.
How do you differentiate, though? Like, not everything that you see is a conspiracy, but now every time you talk about something, if you question something, it's automatically, oh, you're into conspiracy theories, and put your tinfoil hat on, instead of being able to just have a conversation on, okay, is it not possible that there was a different direction instead of the direction that we're told, which is by definition what a conspiracy theory. So yeah, fuck it, whatever. Let's not forget the other island, North Fox Island. Sorry to get off topic, but this is insane. Thank you for that, witchy woman. You can get off topic. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. He wasn't cremated because he's Jewish, and cremation is a no-no for Jewish people.
And talking about it helps too. That's why I always say there's no weird or bad questions, because this is conversations that should be had, because the body doesn't lie. People do. All right, that's where I'm going to leave it. I'm sorry this isn't our like typical Morbid Monday. We're going to get back into the swing of things next week. Just
again, I challenge you guys to definitely reach out and make her a Morbid Monday song. She needs some lyric. That again, if you didn't get it the first time, was sent to us by Abellis. That was Lauren the Mortician. She was explaining the death photo of Jeffrey Epstein, and she did a fabulous job at it. She definitely has my subscription. Make sure you guys look over there and hit the like button. While I'm saying that, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button here and possibly subscribing if you like the channel and the content and the lateness, the tardiness. Jeez.
Hey.
I was so late. Who else does that? Sorry, I didn't mean that. It doesn't happen all the time, okay? It doesn't happen all the time.
Now, I want to be clear. We're not at that point where we have evidence, but we now have evidence. The Southern District of New York, which is...
Who sent me Lauren? Why do I keep saying it was you? Hey, Dub. Oh, yeah, I like your name, Dub.
Dub Deuce.
Dub. How did he get her hands on the floor and legs on his shoulders during a massage? Yeah, that was pretty wild, wasn't it?
It was Cindy.
I agree. Oh, Cindy Lou, who sent it to me. Okay.
Yeah, it was our Cindy. She sent it.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, all of you. Thank you all. I sent you this dude. Okay, yeah. See, I'm so... Listen.
Oh, wait. I might be wrong.
No. Cindy sent me Lauren. Cindy sent me Lauren. No, wasn't Cindy. Was it Indy?
No. Oh, okay. Because Cindy sent me something else. Okay, never mind. For my stream. Sorry.
Well, anyway, whoever it was, thank you very much for introducing me to Lauren the Mortician. Thank you very much, Abellis, for introducing me to this gentleman. Status coup news. Trump admin drafted Epstein's death notice the date before his death, which we saw at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to go back. Let's see where are we at so I don't lose the mark. 8:39. It was here. It was here. Look at this. For immediate release, Friday, August the 9th, 2019. Statement of Manhattan USA attorney on the death of defendant Jeffrey Epstein.
I wonder if they can find the metadata of when the was drafted, when this was drafted.
I'm sure. It's so convoluted now that it, I don't know. It's so convoluted. Jeffrey Epstein's brother said he knew stuff about Trump that would require him to cancel the election. A lot of very strange, indiscernible notations also. Typically, the court reporter will make you repeat yourself to get a clean record. Wild stuff. Okay, this is my opinion only. Take it as you will. Fucking use dark mode. Please?
I know.
Creators?
It kills my eyes. I'm telling you.
Please fucking dark mode. All right, rant over.
Previously, Jeffrey Epstein's brother said Epstein knew stuff about Trump that would require him to cancel the election. And if you read the actual testimony here, there's a lot of very strange, indiscernible notations also. Typically, the court reporter will make you repeat yourself to get a clean record. Wild stuff. Let me show you what he's talking about. Here's Mark Epstein testifying. Yeah, that's not cut. It's kind of indiscernible. And it's not, it's pretty standard sizes, I believe. And this would be discolored from the secretions of his neck. Thing I will also tell you is that in the 2016 election, my brother didn't tell me why indiscernible. What he told me is he said what he knew about indiscernible Trump because they would have to cancel the election.
Can you imagine sitting in a courtroom and nobody saying, I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry, could you repeat that? And just leaving it as an indiscernible on the paperwork? Agreed, Hannah. Agreed. Light mode is a sign of being a psycho. As I can see by my X turns, I'm clearly not missing a thing by leaving X. No, you're not. You're not.
My brother is also indiscernible. He worked with Steve Bannon. Who has 16 hours of videotape. I know this because my brother said he worked with him. And on that day, he said he stopped hanging out with Trump when he realized indiscernible. In the papers, they're reading he stopped hanging out with Trump and like he fell apart, indiscernible. It was bullshit. Everybody was like, he stopped hanging out with Trump when he realized Trump was a dick. That's exactly what he said. I could tell you from covering other court cases, those court reporters, they stop you a lot if they can't understand what you're saying. So
Exactly. Were they instructed like, listen, whatever you do not interrupt the testimony? Like, are you serious?
Were there trigger words we just ignore?
Just like, was this transcribed off a phone call? What it sounds like. Indiscernible.
Well, it was from a potato.
It's indiscernible content we don't know.
Because I'm a potato.
So I don't know why his testimony had so many indiscernibles, which means we can't ascertain what he said. Mark also said that he asked the Justice Department for missing videotape from Epstein's cell, and he was strung along and then told, we can't give it to you.
Now, I asked to get the footage from that same camera on the Freedom of Information Act from 10 o'clock the night before until noon the following morning. That would show who locked up the tier, who were the last people on that tier. And in the morning, it would show, Michael Thomas going in the guard and finding the body, and it would show what the situation was when they removed the body from the tier. I was initially told I couldn't get that footage because it was still an open investigation. Okay, I understand that. But then when the investigation was over, I asked for that footage again, okay? And I was now told that the cameras that were operating don't show that area.
That's right.
I have this in writing from the Bureau of Prisons.
Here I am giggling at content because I thought she was being a smart ass. She was like being serious. Like, was it? Because his brother called the hotline to report the data to the FBI. It's in the Epstein Files. They called him back. So you're saying indiscernible. He's reading it as if it was a court reporter taking the notes. So I think he was sitting somewhere within earshot of a court reporter. But it is interesting. I mean, the way it was written. I'll have to look up that file particularly. You'll have to let me take a picture of that one so I know which one it is. I'll have to look that up, content.
New report indicates that his lawyers were beginning to explore potentially cooperating with prosecutors. Do we think possibly some people who might be the victims of that cooperation might have caught wind of that? It's not unheard of to kind of hire a hitman inside the prison to take out someone who could do damage. You've seen mob movies. And now we have the new shocking, scandalous information that, the Trump Office of Inspector General just left out of their report that there was an orange-looking figure found at 10:39 p.m. the night before Epstein's suicide.
A new analysis of surveillance video by CBS News shows a partial view of what may be someone possibly headed up to Epstein's cell tier the night he died. Notorious sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was found.
There you go. Look at his neck. You see his neck?
Yes, that's what I was saying. And if he bent his head down, as chunky as he was, I'm just saying that's my opinion.
Hey, you could be right.
Found dead in his cell in the early morning of August 10th, 2019, inside this since-shuttered federal prison in Manhattan. And this was the vow of then Attorney General Bill Barr.
We will get to the bottom of what happened, and there will be accountability.
Epstein's death was quickly ruled a suicide, but
So what is he in that photo? What the heck?
Be accountability.
Hello? What is this? Just what was in the cell, or is this what he was wearing? I think this is just what was left in the cell, huh? Why is everything orange there? Orange. Everybody's bright and still missing shit. They're still missing shit. Barr did it.
Epstein's death was quickly ruled a suicide, but a technical failure that left only one working camera near his cell that night has created conspiracy theories about what happened leading up to his death. At the time, the Attorney General said no one entered Epstein's housing tier the night of his death. But there's been scrutiny of a particular moment on the cell block surveillance footage where an orange-looking flash could be seen at 10:39 p.m. A report from the Justice Department Inspector General notes the flash, quote,
Special Agent, U.S. Department of Justice, Officer of the Inspector General, conducted an analysis of the Metropolitan Correctional Center, New York surveillance camera footage. August 9th, between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m., additionally, did a comparison reviews of the surveillance camera footage analysis provided to the OIG by redacted Special Agent, Federal Bureau of Investigation, New York Field Office. The camera footage was extracted by the FBI's labs in Quantico from the MCC surveillance camera. The FBI has identified that only camera in the shoe recording was located above the G tier near the entrance for the 10 South unit. Low quality video. Of course, it's a prison. Why would you need higher quality video in a prison? Why?
Yeah,
Why would that be a thing?
Don't need to check on them. It's okay.
The camera angle only partially shows the shoe, including the shoe's officer station, and partial view of the stairs leading to the tiers in the shoe. And how in the hell does the Justice Department lose thousands of index cards of PDF info? Damn it! No, you're not off topic. You don't have to sit on your hands. Dun dun dun. Oh, I had that somewhere. What did you do? There it is. Thank you, Abellis. Hey, Abraham. I have more photos of his cell in jail in my episode on Epstein. You're welcome to use it in his house and body at work, if not mistaken. I will be glad to do that. On that next live, we will go over and we will pull up Abraham's video and we will go over it. And you're welcome to come up when we do that. That would be amazing. The orange flash. Okay, a flash of orange can be seen going up the stairs of L tier. Inmates are currently on lockdown. It's possible someone is carrying inmate linen or bedding up the stairs.
it is possible someone is carrying inmate linen or bedding up the stairs. And the final report refers to it as, quote,
There's that 128 pages that we want to go over.
Unidentified corrections officer. But now, newly released Justice Department documents reveal an initial FBI review of surveillance video on the cell block says the flash could possibly be an inmate. And independent video analysts consulted by CBS News say the movement was more consistent with an inmate or someone wearing an orange prison uniform than a corrections officer. And prison employees tell CBS News it would have been highly unusual to move an inmate at 10:39 p.m. Jeffrey Epstein was found dead at 6:30 a.m.
So they're not moving him at 10:30 p.m. I just can't get over the neck.
Yeah.
I can't get over the neck. Jenny, sleep sweet. Good night. Thank you for spending so much time with me. I really appreciate it. You've been lurking and crafting. You're always so much fun, Abraham. How's Rocco doing? Everybody says good night, Jenny.
Good night, Jenny.
Oh, kiss your baby.
The following morning, and last year, then Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino insisted,
there's video clear as day. He's the only person in there and the only person coming out. You can see it.
Clear as day. I don't know about you folks. Obviously, there's a whole lot of disaster, crisis, and lawlessness going on in this country right now. We are now on the ground for over 2 months. We're still there in Minneapolis covering this ICE terror campaign. So I'm not.
Okay. I think we saw enough of that. I really, really appreciate that video being sent to me. Let me drop that link again. I really, really appreciate that, Bella. And that is News. They have 703,000 followers. It's fantastic. And he seems to be very well versed in whatever it is that he talks about on a regular basis. I'm definitely going to subscribe to him, give him a like as well, and I ask that you do the same. All right, let me stop sharing that photo right there. You got puppies or something you need to share? Remember? No more puppies? Nothing?
No more. No, Lola is right here up in my, trying to get in my lap. That's why I was muted. She's over here making all kinds of noise. No puppies. Puppies. Oh, that. Oh, but
you're fine. You're fine.
Look.
So, did we ever figure out why Banfield's name was in the paper? Thank you so much.
She wanted to marry him.
She wanted to marry him?
Yep.
For the money?
Hang on, I have it saved. Hold on.
I know, and I have one saved, but I'm going to tell you right now, I won't use the Ellen DeGeneres lookalikes link in my. I'm sorry, but I won't. And you know who I'm talking about. Will not do it. So, oh my gosh. I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to send this to you, Abellis. Did you see this? I don't want to bring it up tonight. I'm going to send this to Abellis. She wanted to know if he was single. Yeah, I saw that part, but dang. Yeah, she was in there like swimwear apparently. It says I am on an 8:30 a.m. flight at the airport now. I land at 11 a.m. in New York City and have a 12:30 p.m. lunch for 100 Academy voters for Catherine Bigelow for 0 Dark 30 at 21 Club. So sorry I can't go back with you. We had a cocktail party at Wendy and Rupert's for Ange Lee, but his mother suddenly croaked at 100 croaked. Oh my God. Wow. But his mother suddenly croaked. Jeez. So I might have a free night. Well, this is an email between Peggy Siegel and Jeffrey Epstein. Sunday, December 9th, Allison will send you the guest list. You can come alone or invite Ashley Banfield, who is lusting for you. I can give you her email and her phone number. Wow.
Okay.
I'm in Paris. This is Peggy.
Mm-hmm. That was just when I was.
Peggy Siegel to Jeffrey. Come to the party. See Allison or Marissa or Darren. They will let you in. XOXO Peg. And late for Matt Damon.
This is from Ashley, though. This is from Ashley to Peggy.
Yeah, from Ashley Banfield to Peggy. At late for Matt Damon premiere tonight. Won't make the movie, but may try for the party. Is that still okay? And is your friend Jeffrey still single? XO. Who is Peggy Siegel? Is she just a random person, or does she play a bigger part here?
I don't know. Let me look into who Peggy Siegel is.
She's an American publicist. That's what I see, but that doesn't.
Oh, but wait, her husband is somebody, it says here.
Look at this.
He's a base celebrity publicist, planner. Autobiography information. Wait, no, I didn't mean to put that. She's not married. She is
Oscar guru for the High Society of. Oh my goodness. On July 22nd, 2009, Peggy Siegel, one of New York's cultural ringmasters, welcomed Jeffrey Epstein home from prison. How did it feel, she asked, to fall asleep on 100% Egyptian cotton again? Exactly how long was your first freedom shower? What did you have for breakfast? Caviar, smoked salmon, eggs Benedict?
Oh.
I'm going to have somebody more sassy than myself read this. Siegel was working away in St. Is that Tropez or Tropez? Tropez, but wearing stripes in celebration of Epstein's release. He had served 13 months on child prostitution charges, and it would be Siegel's task over the final decade of Epstein's life to help reintegrate him into high society. She worked primarily for studios throwing lavish parties for films with Oscar aspirations, but Epstein was also an important client. He had funded her trips to the Canes. I have no idea what the reaction will be to your re-entry into society, she wrote him a year later, but take it slow and stay quiet. Your friends are there for you, and at least the house is drop dead gorgeous. Siegel took on the challenge with her usual panache. She suggested that Epstein leverage his 7-story Upper East Side mansion to host intimate dinners, but not too small as the house is too big, and get top political and military minds to speak. Salons were her thing. Studios hired Siegel for her Rolodex, which she used to arrange clubby luncheons and receptions at the Four Seasons. Wow. Thank you. I can hear you saying that. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put that over here if you guys want to read that. That's cry. And all these, every time you turn your head, new player unlocked. Every single time.
Yep.
Every single time, new player unlocked. But Ashley.
That's what I'm saying. It's just this rabbit hole.
Ashley, come on.
And you know that with her parting ways with, what was that, News Nation had recently gone down.
So you guys said that, and then I freaking thought I saw her on there. I know.
I read that. I
believe you. I believe you, and I read it as well. What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for Abraham's channel because I wanted to drop his channel in here. Hannah, are you here? Or Robert, one of the two of you? Can one of the two of you drop me Abraham's link, please?
Yeah, I got it.
Rabbit Hole, aka Rabid Hole. Yeah, she's totally trying to distance herself from that. Is she? Yeah, I imagine she is. I mean, we've all. I mean, if you were literally laid bare, like every skeleton you ever had in your closet, you know what I mean?
Doesn't come. He's got 2 things on this that I've got of his. I don't. Abellis or Hannah, somebody's gonna have to look because.
Abraham, you're in the Discord. Drop me your channel, please.
Yeah, because what I have says 25 subscribers in one video, whatever name he's chatting under right now.
She's ratting you out.
I'm sorry, but that's not your usual.
She's ratting you out.
Sorry, love you, but that's not your one you want to drop.
Maybe it's not the real Abraham. It's not the real. Who are you? Who even are you, Abraham?
Mod chat now. We have clones. No, Lola, go away. I wasn't calling you.
Okay, I'm confused.
Okay, I'm confused. An imposter.
Okay, I'm gonna turn my camera on for a quick second because you need to hit whatever that wee is again. Okay.
Oh. Hi, Lola.
To hit
Hi,
the wee
Lola, baby. Oh,
Come here.
Okay.
Come here.
Hi, Lola, baby.
She's like, Mommy, what is that? I don't know. It's that Neo.
Too funny. Hi, Lola Bean.
And she just came running. The guy up here was looking. Go lay down, baby. Let me complain a minute.
Okay, so it's not a clone because I can see Abraham did log in to Discord, so he's not completely a clone. Give me all your details, Abraham. Where were you on the night of August 9th, 2019?
I mean, it says it was 7 months ago, and I was like, wait a minute, this is not. No.
Potential getaway car gives investigators new leads in the Nancy Guthrie case 2 hours ago.
Oh, really?
Ooh, I love the name. Oh, wow. Look at this channel.
Let me see. Let me see.
I like that. Look at you all fancy. Chernobyl, the explosion that changed the world. I love that.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find him.
Yeah, he done. Yeah, thank you very much.
Got fancy on us.
I love it. Is this the one you're talking about from 9 months ago?
Yeah.
That's okay. I shared it for you. She got a hell of a deal from a sponsor to do a podcast full time. She would have had to leave national television like that.
Right.
Definitely gonna use this. Definitely. I love it. I love the way your channel looks. I love all of that.
Coney Island, Brooklyn, his childhood stood in stark contrast to the opulence that would later define him. His parents, Pauline Stofilovsky and Seymour George Epstein, had married in 1952.
Oh, definitely going to go over this. I love it, Abraham.
Oh,
Next
let me
time
come up when y'all review that.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited about that. Abraham, thank you so much for allowing us to share that. And we will definitely be going over that. Orange Rose, thank you so much for the super sticker. Now I have to go look and see what it was. Let me go look and see what it was because I can't see it over here. Hello? There it is. It's hippos. Thank you so much for the $4.99 orders. That was wonderful of you. Thank you for being so supportive of the channel and always being here with me. And I really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, with that, folks, I've kept you about 2.5 hours. I know that Rubber has a live coming up, and let me pull that up as well.
I'll probably go ahead and go live at 10. I think I have it set for 11. But
if you want to go ahead and go get set up, I will redirect over there. If you want to do that,
yeah,
it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll get it over there and get it started, and I'm gonna go make me a drink and refill my iced tea, and I will be right there.
Okay, Rubber, thank you so much for coming up and hanging out with me. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I really, really appreciate everything and everybody being here. I'm sorry that I was late. I will try to be more prompt. And I am feeling much better. My tooth is feeling better. The antibiotics are working. And I'm just hoping to keep that long term. So we're probably going to go out on our song like normal. And then let's move over to Rubber Ramada and go hang out with her. The title of her live tonight is Survivor Stories, Epstein Files That Will Blow Your Mind. And she went over before I forget, I want to show you guys something.
Should I drop
this channel? No, you can whenever you're ready, babe. This channel has 411 subscribers, and I would actively ask everybody in chat to please help her get to 500 as quickly as we can. Not only to get her monetized membership, but because the quality of her work is outstanding, and I can prove that. This live last night. This live last night has 9,000 views here. The day before that was 1.5K views on a channel with 400 subs. 5.6 4K views on a channel with 400 subs. She has definitely hit the algorithm, and I would love to keep helping her push that out. And I really, really appreciate that you guys go over there and support her. So she's gone from 73 views to almost 10K views on a high, obviously she's talking about Epstein and Guthrie, and those are very important cases right now, and they're in the main, in mainstream media. So if you guys would help her push that channel out and share her link, I would really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I know I missed something. Abelis.
Okay. Y'all go. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go start my live and refresh my drink, and I'll be there shortly. Love you guys.
We'll see you shortly. We'll see you. Thank you. Let me go back up here. Abelis gifted 10 True Crime Guardian memberships. That went to Marilyn M., Bish as fuck, Lovey 67, Rosie, Connie got one. And everybody, if you are into good vibes or prayers, say a little prayer for Karen today. Today is the 2-year anniversary of Connie's passing, and Karen has had a bad day. Curious Christine, Wicked Eyes, also known as LJ, got one. Twisted Quill, Tanya in the D, and Kane's Nana, all names that I'm familiar with. That makes that even so very much sweeter. And I really, really appreciate you, Abelis. You know you're amazing, and I love you in all the ways, and you know that I do. Thank you very much. I'll even go back to, let's go back to spooky season long enough to do that one. I really need to update, don't I? Thank you to all the True Crime Guardians for being here tonight. Like I said, we're going to go out on our song, and then we're going to switch right over and move over to Rubber Ramada. And I'm going to redirect you, so we'll see how that goes. Once it leaves here, it'll automatically redirect into Rubber Ramada. And if you don't know how to find your way, one of the mods drop her link one more time. And I really appreciate you guys. And I will see you tomorrow night.
We found the flame in the silence when the world forgot our names. Whispers turned to promise. In the dark we stayed the same. Ashes carried stories, falling stars and sleepless nights. Every scar became our glory, every shadow fed the light. We are the ones who guard the fire, through the smoke and through the fight, bound by truth, by heart, by wire. We keep the echoes burning bright. No crown, no fame, no higher name, just sparks that cut the endless night. We are the guardians of firelight.